Hours of negotiations lie behind those involved. In the USA, there was an agreement on the debt dispute. The Democrats agreed to an interim solution. However, this does not prevent the problem. After days of struggle, the US Congress has for the time being averted the insolvency of the world's largest economy. The US Senate agreed on Thursday evening to raise the debt limit by $480 billion by December. The vote on the agreement was just 50 to 48 votes across the party lines. No Republicans joined the Democrats. However, the increase could only be put to a vote beforehand with the help of the Republicans. The House of Representatives also has to agree. The proposal was introduced by the conservative Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. I have good news. We have reached an agreement on extending the debt ceiling until December, Schumer said before the vote in the Senate. This was preceded by quite violent arguments between Democrats and Republicans. They blame each other in the extremely dangerous conflict. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen had warned of a possible financial crisis and recession should the US government fail to service its debts for the first time. According to her ministry, the US would have run out of money on October 18th. That's less than 2 weeks. Yellen said that if the US defaults, a recession is likely. Because of the pioneering role of the USA, there was also a threat of global economic turbulence, and that in the middle of the pandemic. In fact, the agreement reached on Thursday is now postponing the parliamentary debate to the end of November. In addition to the debt ceiling, Congress must also agree on a new budget by early December if it wants to avoid the paralysis of the federal institutions. That's the so-called shutdown. While the debt limit has been suspended or raised dozens of times under presidents of both parties over the past few decades, Republicans are now standing opposite. With its blocking minority in the Senate, the party is blocking a suspension of the debt ceiling via the normal legal channels. With a temporary settlement, McConnell is pushing the Democrats to adopt a special path known as reconciliation for a permanent solution. The Democrats want to avoid this. They find this procedure too time-consuming and risky. In addition, they do not want the Republicans to be relieved of responsibility for jointly dealing with the country's debt burden, especially since the debts also go back to Trump's tenure. The Democrats accuse the Republicans of blocking Biden's political agenda and wanting to wreak havoc before the next congressional election. Biden accused the Republicans of playing Russian roulette with the US economy. Since Barack Obama's Democratic presidency, Republicans have used the debt ceiling as a means of political pressure. And I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.